This is Saul Canelo Alvarez, a man who defines danger inside the ring.
Yourself and Floyd Mayweather Jr. and tonight's bout with Terence Bud Crawford, if you can.
No, I think Crawford is way better than Floyd Mayweather.
I don't judge, and the old timers didn't either, fighters chronologically as much as I do by the amount of fights they've had and the amount of punches they've taken. I judge them that way.
Because he definitely had the skill of a top five, just that he hasn't had the opposition that some guys were able to get. And that's not his fault. He just made one of the best fighters in his weight class look like nobody.
Boxing analysts are now asking a question that once seemed impossible. Could Terence Crawford outshine a prime Floyd Mayweather? This debate heated up after Crawford's stunning unanimous decision win over Canelo Alvarez, which crowned him the undisputed super middleweight champion. What impressed people most wasn't just the victory itself, but how he achieved it. Crawford dominated from distance, switched stances with ease, held his ground under pressure, and combined strategy with ruthless efficiency inside the ring.
Crawford outboxed Canelo, made Canelo miss, stood right in front of him when he was supposed to. He moved when he was supposed to. Made it look easy. He beat Canelo Alvarez better than Floyd Money Mayweather, which makes him better than Floyd Money Mayweather, in my opinion.
Even respected figures like Bob Arum have gone on record saying that Crawford's ambidexterity and complete skill set give him the rare ability to match and possibly surpass Floyd Mayweather. At his absolute peak, the Floyd versus Crawford debate grew even louder when Canelo Alvarez himself weighed in. Having faced both men, Canelo declared that he believes Crawford is the greater fighter. His remarks came after their 2025 Showdown, where Crawford defeated him by unanimous decision to become the undisputed super middleweight champion. Canelo praised Crawford's adaptability, ring intelligence, ability to switch guards, and defensive sharpness, pointing out that these qualities place Crawford above Mayweather.
Canelo wipes the floor with him. I love Crawford. I told you when Crawford and Spence that Crawford would beat the hell out of him, but Canelo is a different proposition. It's an interesting fight, but I think there's only one winner.
What fight?
Why do you feel he wipes the floor with him?
Why?
Is it because of the weight difference?
Because Canelo, Canelo is used to fighting at a particular level, and and I don't think that Terence can hurt Canelo, but Canelo can hurt Terence.
Do you think the welterweight Boots Ennis would stand a chance against Crawford? Or?
I have no idea, but I know that Boots Ennis is a tremendous fighter and a great talent. Whether he'd stand a chance with Crawford, I don't really know, because at 147, Crawford is, I think, unbeatable.
Floyd Mayweather Jr. built one of the most legendary careers in boxing. He retired with a flawless 50-0 record, showcasing unmatched defensive brilliance and an ability to dominate across multiple weight divisions, from super featherweight to light middleweight. Mayweather became famous for his crisp footwork, lightning reflexes, counterpunching skills, and his uncanny talent for avoiding damage while setting the pace. Over his career, he captured 15 major world titles across 5 divisions, often defeating fighters who were champions and household names in one of boxing's most competitive eras.
And he say he might be better than Mayweather. I can see it, because Crawford got a little bit of Mayweather in him, but he got the offense going on. It's not like all defense, blocking everything, points, you know. Crawford can actually hurt you. He's actually a fighter. He'll fight you. You know, he'll box you, but he'll fight you too. He ain't no joke.
Terence Crawford also remains undefeated, with more than 18 major world titles across 5 divisions. He has now made history as the first male fighter to become undisputed champion in 3 different weight classes. Known as a switch hitter, Crawford carries punching power with him as he climbs divisions, pairing precision with knockout ability. His dominance over elite opponents like Errol Spence Jr. and, most recently, Canelo Alvarez has further cemented his reputation as one of boxing's rare all-around talents.
Of all the fights you've had 50, who would you say was your toughest opponent?
You got guys that punch hard and hit hard. And you got guys that come out and win a few rounds. But nothing really was tough. I've been in the boxing. Guys have given great sparring, great work. They say ass will humble you. I go home and say, you gotta tighten up, champ. Yeah. You gotta get together, champ. And then sometimes I go home and say, is this for me? I make mistakes, but I strive every day to be a perfection. And we all know God only made one thing perfect, and that's my boxing.
You know, I didn't have to have 70 fights, 150 fights, 300 fights. Did I not be the most world champions?
Yes, you did. Yes, you did.
Okay. And the least amount of fights?
Yes, you did. Yes, you did.
Who got the highest gate?
Floyd Mayweather.
Who made the most money?
You did.
Who was the most accurate fighter of all time?
You were.
So it's basically saying
the greatest of all time.
Okay.
Crawford's recent clash with Canelo was one of boxing's defining moments. He moved up 2 weight classes to challenge for the undisputed super middleweight titles and emerged victorious after 12 grueling rounds. The judges scored it 116-112, 115-113, and 115-113, all in his favor. Crawford's game plan was straightforward yet brilliant. He dictated the ring with sharp footwork, pinpoint jabs, and perfectly timed counters, all while absorbing Canelo's power and pressure without breaking. Even after suffering a cut above his right eye from an accidental headbutt, Crawford never lost control. The win made him the first male boxer in modern history to become undisputed in 3 weight divisions, extended his record to 42-0, and secured his place among the sport's elite.
You know, he was a little frustrated in there, but that's part of the game.
And last question is, I know Trey, after the fight, have you feel yet the significance of this win and what it means in your legacy and your career?
To be honest, when I set my sights on doing something and I know what I'm capable of, it's not like a surprise to me. It's a surprise to y'all because y'all didn't believe me, you know, but for me, I knew I could do it and I believed that I could do it. I just needed the opportunity.
Terence, when did you know that you were going to beat him? Over here on your left.
When he signed the contract.
He seemed to focus mostly on body punches, and you were hitting him in the head a lot. Was it your reach that gave you the advantage?
It was everything. You know, he wasn't hitting the body or anything. He was hitting my elbow because I was blocking it, but, you know, I think I was the better man tonight.
In a recent interview, Roy Jones Jr. placed Terence Crawford in the same conversations usually reserved for the greatest of all time. He praised Crawford's ability to switch stances, his sharp timing, his high ring IQ, and his complete control on both offense and defense. While Jones admitted Crawford still needed a few more marquee matchups to completely seal his status, he explained that Crawford's dominant victories over top-tier opponents already proved that he is fulfilling the greatness many believed he was destined for.
To be honest, when I set my sights on doing something and I know what I'm capable of, it's not like a surprise to me. It's a surprise to y'all because y'all didn't believe me, you know, but for me, I knew I could do it and I believed that I could do it. I just needed the opportunity.
Terence, when did you know that you were going to beat him? Over here on your left.
When he signed the contract.
He seemed to focus mostly on body punches, and you were hitting him in the head a lot. Was it your reach that gave you the advantage?
It was everything. You know, he wasn't hitting the body or anything. He was hitting my elbow because I was blocking it, but, you know, I think I was the better man tonight.
Keith Thurman was also vocal in his reaction to Crawford's win, describing it as a pure boxing masterclass. He highlighted Crawford's use of the jab, angles, movement, and distance to shut down Canelo's usual pressure and power advantage. Thurman admitted he was initially concerned about Crawford moving up in weight, but Crawford's speed, timing, and composure erased all doubt. He also observed that Canelo looked slower than expected and was unable to adjust or impose his physical strength the way he had in past fights. In the end, Thurman concluded that Crawford's performance was a showcase of strategy and skill, proving that while Canelo remains dangerous, he was thoroughly outboxed.
I'd rank him probably in your top 10, maybe even your top 5.
Where do you rank Terence, in your opinion?
I put him in the top 15, maybe the top 10, because he definitely has the skill of a top 5. Just that he hasn't had the opposition that some guys were able to get, and that's not his fault. He just made one of the best fighters in his weight class look like nobody. That's pretty damn good. Now he proved what we already thought. We just didn't see him against the best opposition near his weight class. See, this is the thing people don't understand. This is what I like about Bud. He reminds me of Roy. We ain't got to have the best opposition in our weight class. We want the best opposition near our weight class.
There's been discussion that maybe, Crawford and Inoue are going back and forth tussling for pound for pound, that maybe Inoue because of the multiple weight divisions. You're shaking your head no. Tell me why no.
Because Inoue also, when he first moved up, he lost to Donaire. Don't forget that. Bud ain't lost nobody. Moving up or down, he moved up 3 times. He lost nobody. Don't tell me he better than Bud, no.
What's up, people? It's the morning after the big fight. Crawford Canelo. Shout outs to Crawford. You did it, boy. You did it. For those who still aren't quite sure what they witnessed last night, I'm going to let you know that you witnessed what is called a notorious boxing clinic. This is everything done right, okay? First, he worked behind the jab, people. Boxing 101. Set your shots up behind the jab. Canelo froze up. He was able to minimize the pressure. Step 2, use the ring. Use the ring. Get to the outside. Make Canelo pivot. Make him pivot. Don't let his feet settle. Okay? Pick your spots. This was a notorious hit and don't get hit. That's boxing 101, people. It's actually the definition of boxing. For those who don't know the definition of boxing, it's to hit and not get hit. It's almost like a game of tag, to simplify it for you folks. All right? And yes, Crawford was tagging him. Not just with the jab, moving, but he was able to do another key factor, which is get respect in the ring. He was able to hold his ground in pockets, work the body, go toe-to-toe, and catch him with that speed. Bah! With that speed, the straight left, the little uppercuts and the hooks to the body. Like I said, people, it was a clinic.
So now the question is yours. In their prime, who do you think was greater, Floyd Mayweather or Terence Crawford?